Home Sweet Home Cooking. I am Rocky, your host, in my mother's kitchen as always. Say hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
And today we are going to do another tailgate recipe. It is Sunday afternoon. Football is on, and we are going to have a long day. 3 games with football. So we need some snacking food. This one is called Bacon Cheeseburger Slider Bake. It looks really good. It sounds pretty easy, and it sounds like something my dad would eat because it's going to be kind of sloppy Joe-ish, and he does like sloppy Joes. It's going to have a glaze. So well, the first thing I did is I had my mom brown up some ground beef. The recipe he has written out is for a double batch, so I'm going to be doing half. It calls for 2 pounds of ground beef. I've got just a little bit over 1 pound in here. And it calls for some onion, 1 cup. I've got about a half cup in there, a little more than a half cup. And to that it says, once it's browned and drained, you're going to add 1 14.5-ounce can of diced tomatoes with garlic and onions. Well, I went for Rotel's diced tomatoes with green chilies, and it's a 10-ounce can, so it's a little more than half on this one. So that's going to go in with the burger mixture. And then 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard into the meat. Or in this case, a half teaspoon or half tablespoon, because I say we're having it. 1 tablespoon Worcestershire sauce, which I didn't open beforehand. I probably should have. I always got to fight with these things. Soy sauce would probably work too, if you didn't have any Worcestershire. We had a recipe last week that called for some, but we actually were out. I used soy sauce instead, and it turned out just fine. And thanks to the magic of video editing, I cut out me struggling with the stupid child-safe ring. Alright, a half tablespoon. Recipe calls for a full tablespoon. Like I say, I'm doing a half. So we'll put about a half tablespoon in there. And 3/4 teaspoon of salt, so it's going to be a little over a 1/4 teaspoon. And some black pepper. And that is going to go back on the stove and heat through. Just give it a stir in, mix it up, and put it back on the stove. While that's on the stove heating through, you're going to make the glaze. The glaze, microwave safe dish. Recipe calls for 1 cup of butter, so that's 1 stick for a half for us. Calls for a 1/4 cup of brown sugar packed. There's going to be a half of a 1/4 cup. It also calls for 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, or 4 total, so I'm doing 2. And it also calls for the same on the Worcestershire sauce. And is that it? That is it. Now this is going to go in the microwave, and it's just going to melt down to make a glaze. This is going to go back on the stove to heat through. And while it is doing that, I've also got about a half a pound of bacon that I bake in the oven and let it cool down a little bit and chop it up. We're going to need that, as well as 2 cups of shredded cheese, shredded cheddar. So that's going to go on the stove. This is going to go in the microwave. I'm going to clean this up and get ready for the next part. I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, the butter glaze is melted. The meat is heated back through. Now I need to prep the rolls. This is a package, one of the large packages of King Hawaiians. Because you'd have 2 of these. You'd have 2 9x13s greased. So you're going to take a knife. You're going to leave them in a layer, and you want to cut through the layer horizontally. I'm going to go ahead and get this done. I'll be right back. Alright, I've got them cut through. So I'm going to take the tops. I'm just going to move them over in 1 layer. The bottom's got a little undercut. Going to take the bottoms. You can put the bottoms in the layer in the pan. Do this in 2 pieces. You want to kind of make sure you maintain the same orientation where the cut marks would be. Now half of the cheese is going to get sprinkled on the bottom. This is going to go in the oven until the cheese melts. Get this spread out, a little bit of cheese in every bite on the bottom layer. and get this melted, and I'll be right back. Alright, the cheese, ooh, it is still hot. Just came out of the oven. Cheese is melted. Now you're going to lay over your meat. And tomato and onion mixture. Going to lay over the remaining portion of the cheese. You can use whatever cheese you want. Colby Jack, shredded American. I mean, it's like a cheeseburger, so you know whatever you put on your cheeseburger. A lot of people like American cheese, would be fine. Now the magic. Layer of the bacon. A little bit in every bite, of course. Then the top is going to go back on. Give this butter mixture, butter glaze, one last stir to make sure the sugar, the other ingredients are melted in or mixed in. And you just drizzle it over the top. And then back in the oven for 20, no, I'll get a better check that out. I don't want to lie to you. Back in the oven, yeah, for 20 to 25 minutes. Make sure that the internal temperature is somewhere around 165, 170 and it's done. So I'm going to get this in the oven, get it cooking, and we'll be back. Alright, the trick is going to be to get them out of here because they are a loose meat sandwich. So let me try this side first and see what happens. Just got to cut through the bottoms first. This is probably going to be a meal to eat with a fork. Try it again. Go one row up. I don't look too bad.
Looks pretty good.
Looks pretty good. Alright, I'm going to pull the camera back and bring my mom around and we'll give these a little taste-ola here. I'm excited actually about these. Okay, they are hot, but you might be able to pick them up.
Meat's not bad.
I really like this.
It's not bad at all.
I think this is really good.
It is.
Now I can see why the guy said he makes a double batch all the time. He said these disappear real fast. Now I know why. I wasn't sure what to expect. Was that glaze on there? It definitely makes them sweet. But plenty savory yet. A little sticky. But man, that is good.
It is good.
So this came off the Taste of Home website, and it's called Bacon Cheeseburger Slider Bake. Yeah, folks, this is an easy one. I mean, it took a little bit to assemble. You had to fry the meat, melt the butter in the microwave, but it wasn't that difficult. And for making a pan, like say, for as long as it took me to make this, you can make 2 pans worth and have enough to feed. Well, I mean, each pan should serve 4 to 5 to 6 people, probably 6 people. You know, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There'll be 4 little sliders.
It's a good tailgate thing or
Yeah.
a football thing.
think that's fantastic. Wow. I'm so glad I made these.
Although I don't like football.
Sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full. All right, folks, thank you for watching. Have a great evening, and we're going to put a link to another video that we're doing right now. We got chips out, and we've got some sausage rounds here for a dip that we have in the oven. So we'll link this. There'll be another one of the rest of the tailgate food we're having tonight, and stay tuned for that. I might link two. I might link last week's as well. Try to keep all the tailgate ones linked together. So check this one out. Check the other ones out. Try them. If you do try them, get back to me and let me know what you think. And thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel. And me and my mom will keep putting out some hopefully delicious food.
This one's good.
It is. Thanks, and thanks for watching. Thanks, and thanks for watching.